The Five Nights at Freddy's series isn't just another horror franchise. It's a mystery that has haunted the internet for almost a decade, a puzzle wrapped inside a game, wrapped inside another puzzle. What began in 2014 as a small indie horror title about a night guard trapped in a haunted pizza restaurant grew into one of the most complicated storylines in gaming history. Beneath the jump scares, behind the smiling mascots, and hidden within cryptic minigames and secret codes, lies a story that fans have spent years trying to piece together. And the craziest part, we still don't have all the answers. Over the years, fans have developed hundreds of theories, from who the animatronics truly are, to what really happened during the infamous Bite of 87, and whether the entire series is a dream, a simulation, or something far more sinister. Every new game seems to give us just enough information to fuel another wave of speculation. So today, let's dive deep into the most popular Five Nights at Freddy's theories, the ones that have defined the community, shaped the lore, and kept players awake at night for years. The Bite of 87 and the Bite of 83. If there's one mystery that's been debated since the very beginning, it's the Bite of 87. In the first Five Nights at Freddy's, the phone guy casually mentions an incident where an animatronic bit a person, causing severe damage to the frontal lobe. He brushes it off like a minor workplace accident, but fans latched onto that line immediately. Who got bitten, which animatronic did it, and what exactly caused it to happen? For years, players searched every frame of every game for clues, until Fnaf 4 came along and changed everything. In that game, we witness another gruesome bite, a child's head crushed by the jaws of Freddy during a birthday party. Fans labeled it the Bite of 83, based on evidence in the background TV minigames. This threw the timeline into chaos. Suddenly, there were two bites, two victims, and endless confusion about which one phone guy was referring to. Most fans now agree that the event we see in Fnaf 4 is indeed the Bite of 83, and that the Bite of 87 occurred later, possibly during the events of Fnaf 2. But who caused it? Many point to Mangle, whose unstable design and sharp teeth make her the perfect suspect. Others believe it could have been Foxy or even Freddy himself. The truth remains unconfirmed. What makes this theory so powerful is how it captures the essence of the Fnaf universe. Everything is connected, but never fully explained. The identity of the purple guy. Every story needs a villain, and in Fnaf, that villain is the mysterious purple guy. From the earliest minigames, we see this dark figure moving through hallways, tampering with animatronics and luring children away. He's the reason for everything, the murders, the hauntings, the endless cycle of fear. But who is he really? Through the years, the community pieced together fragments of information until the truth emerged. His name is William Afton, the co-founder of Fazbear Entertainment. A businessman, engineer, and monster all in one. He's not just some random killer. He's a man obsessed with the boundary between life and death. The prevailing theory is that Afton murdered the children in an attempt to harness their souls, to study how consciousness could be transferred into machines. His crimes set off a chain reaction that cursed the entire Fazbear franchise. But Afton's story doesn't end with his death. In Fnaf 3, his body becomes trapped in a malfunctioning springlock suit, turning him into Springtrap, a rotting corpse fused with metal. Yet even that wasn't the end. Later in Fnaf, Help Wanted, we learn that Afton's consciousness somehow uploaded itself into a VR training game, re-emerging as Glitchtrap, a digital ghost capable of infecting computers and people. What makes the purple guy so terrifying isn't just what he did, it's that he never dies. His evil evolves with every generation, just like a virus. The Afton family's theory. As the series expanded, fans began to realize that the story of Fnaf isn't just about haunted robots, it's about a family, the Afton family. In Fnaf 4, players meet a young boy tormented by nightmarish hallucinations of animatronics. He's terrified of the restaurant, the characters, and his older brother who constantly bullies him. The game ends with tragedy, the boy's head crushed by Fredbear's jaw during the infamous Bite of 83. Fans believe this child is the youngest Afton, the so-called crying child. His father, William Afton, is the killer behind the murders, and his older brother, Michael, is the one who put him in harm's way. Later games like Sister Location and Pizzeria Simulator seem to confirm this connection, showing Michael working to undo his father's crimes. He infiltrates his father's creations, tries to free the spirits of the dead children, and even sacrifices himself in the process. It's one of the most emotionally complex theories in the Fnaf world, a family torn apart by guilt, loss, and obsession. The father seeks immortality, the son seeks redemption. The younger brother becomes a victim trapped in endless torment. Whether or not every detail lines up perfectly doesn't even matter. The core of the theory gives the series heart. It transforms a story about killer robots into a tragedy about family and consequence. The souls trapped inside the animatronics. If there's one concept that defines the FNAF universe, it's this: the animatronics are alive, but not in the way machines should be. They're haunted, possessed by the spirits of murdered children. The earliest games drop hints about a missing children incident, where 5 kids vanish after being lured into a back room by a man in a suit. Not long after, the animatronics begin to act strangely, moving at night, leaking fluids, smelling like rot. Fans theorized that the souls of those children had merged with the animatronics, giving them life and consciousness. We see this confirmed in minigames like Give Gifts, Give Life, where spirits enter the suits and the familiar faces of Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Golden Freddy appear. But why do they attack the night guard? Many believe they mistake him for their killer, still wearing the uniform of the pizzeria that betrayed them. Later games introduced the concept of remnant, a mysterious metallic substance created when powerful emotions, like agony or rage, bind to physical objects. This explains how souls can inhabit machines. William Afton used it to achieve immortality, while others accidentally unleashed it in their attempts to replicate life. For believers, it's a story about vengeance. For skeptics, it's about science gone wrong. Either way, it's one of the most haunting ideas ever conceived in a video game. Among all the theories, few divided the fandom more than the infamous dream theory. After FNAF 4, some players began to believe that the entire franchise was simply a dream, the dying imagination of the crying child. The evidence was compelling: the hospital-like ending screen, the heart monitor flatline, and the surreal, dreamlike quality of the nightmare animatronics. Maybe the boy was in a coma after the bite of 83, and the pizzeria horrors were just his mind reliving trauma in a distorted way. If true, that would mean none of it, the murders, the hauntings, the entire Fazbear legacy, was real. Everything would just be a metaphor for guilt and fear. But later entries like Sister Location, Help Wanted, and Security Breach seem to disprove this, grounding the story in a physical reality. Still, the dream theory remains iconic because it reflects what makes FNAF so fascinating. It's a game that blurs the line between dream and reality, life and death, fantasy and truth. The theory might not be canon, but it perfectly captures the psychological horror that makes the series unforgettable. Glitchtrap and the Digital Curse. Then, just when fans thought they'd seen it all, the series evolved again into the digital age. FNAF, Help Wanted introduced Glitchtrap, a glitchy humanoid rabbit hiding within a virtual reality training program. What seems at first like a harmless Easter egg turns out to be something far darker: the digital resurrection of William Afton himself. His consciousness, corrupted and fragmented, lives on in the code. This theory suggests that Afton didn't just cheat death, he transcended it. He moved from flesh to metal, and from metal to data. He's no longer confined by time or reality. Now he infects others, like Vanny in Security Breach, manipulating them to continue his work. It's the next logical step in his obsession with immortality. And that's what makes Glitchtrap so terrifying. It means evil in the FNAF universe can't be destroyed. You can burn it, crush it, erase it, but as long as data exists, it finds a way back. The haunted animatronics were only the beginning. The digital curse is the evolution of that same darkness. When you look at all these theories together, you realize Five Nights at Freddy's isn't just a story about haunted robots. It's a saga about human ambition, guilt, and the fear of death. It's about a man who tried to control life itself and a family destroyed by his actions. Every animatronic, every scream, every flickering camera hides a piece of that tragedy. The theories, from the bite of 87 to the dream hypothesis to the digital curse, are what make FNAF so enduring. They keep the community alive, questioning, analyzing, and connecting dots that may or may not exist. And maybe that's the point. Scott Cawthon didn't just create a horror series, he created a mystery that belongs to everyone who plays it. So whether you believe in the dream theory, the Afton legacy, or the souls of the missing children, one truth remains: in the world of Five Nights at Freddy's, nothing ever truly stays dead. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Five Nights at Freddy's theories, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and comment below. Which FNAF theory do you believe the most? Are the animatronics possessed? Is William Afton still out there? Or is it all just a dream gone wrong? Because when it comes to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, some stories never end.